Welcome to Santorini, Greece. Known for its beautiful whitewashed buildings, stunning cliffside views, and breathtaking sunsets, Santorini is an island like no other. If you're new here, my name is Erica, and my husband Josh and I just spent 2 weeks traveling in Italy and Greece for our honeymoon. In this vlog, we'll take you to our fourth stop, Santorini. We had a wonderful time in Santorini, strolling the streets, going wine tasting, riding ATVs, and sailing the sea. I hope you hit subscribe and enjoy coming along our Greek adventure. Hello from Santorini, Greece, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Erica, and welcome to the honeymoon vlog series. I've been taking you guys along Josh and I's honeymoon. We started in Italy, we did Venice, Verona, we did our first Greek island, Paros, and now we are in Santorini, Greece, and we are so excited to take you guys along. We're gonna be here for 4 days, so we have a ton to explore, a ton to do, and yeah, we're just so excited to be here. We got here yesterday, and we checked into our hotel, and we have been loving it here. Beautiful, beautiful views. We are staying at the Astro Palace Hotel, and I will give you guys a room tour here quickly, but in this vlog, you guys will see a lot of Santorini. You'll see the two main towns, Fira and Ia. We're gonna be doing a wine tour. That's gonna be today a sunset wine tour where we're gonna go to 3 different wineries and overlook the picturesque Santorini sunset. And then we also have a catamaran tour booked. We're gonna do the famous hike from Fira to Ia. Guys, it's gonna be a lot going on. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and let's do a room tour. Like I said, we got here yesterday, like midday. So please keep in mind that this room has been lived in for a little bit. But I think you can still get a gist, obviously, of what the room is like here. So again, this is at Astro Palace, which is in Fira. Now, Fira is the capital of Santorini, so it's the main town. If you look on a map, Santorini kind of looks like a U-shaped, and we are smack dab in the middle. So it's a perfect location if you want to explore the whole island. But let me flip the camera around and show you our room. So first of all, this room is ginormous. This is the biggest room we've stayed in so far. So I'm right at the front door. So we have the bed here, 2 nightstands. The bed was super comfortable. And then we also have like our TV and just like a little table to kind of set our stuff on, as you can see. A little bench right here at the end of the bed. And here's our first patio. Yep, we have more than one. Here's our first patio. And there is the sea in the background. Got a little table, super cute tree. And then these doors are interesting to shut. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that. Fix that later. We also have a really nice, huge couch that honestly, I feel like someone could sleep on. Like this could be a 3-person room. Yeah, this is super big and comfortable, and we've just been storing our shoes down there. Here is sort of like our closet. There's no drawers like this right here. That's like a little mini fridge, but I've just been using my packing cubes, hanging clothes. Josh has just been kind of living out of his suitcase. And then this right here is the shower. Here we go. The door was a little stuck because we had clothes, bathing suits hanging. But here is our shower. The only negative thing I have to say is there's no shelf to like put your shampoo and stuff on, which is kind of annoying. And then going here is our second patio. And we have our own private jacuzzi tub out here. So we were in here last night, the cover's on right now, and it was all lights on the houses, so pretty. And again, there's the sea, chair and table, super nice. There's like a water feature back there behind us. And then moving back inside, these doors are honestly so funny because if you, okay, that's how to lock it. But then obviously this is how to open it. But then if you do this and go up and pull out, you got a little like window situation to get some breeze going. But we're just gonna put that back. And then moving on to the bathroom. Here is our bathroom again. So big and spacious. Got a really nice sink here. That's where we've been hanging our towels. So yeah, that's a little room tour for you guys. So let me give you a little quick recap of what we did yesterday. So yesterday we checked in, we went and got a Euro just like down the street. Our hotel is about, would you say, Josh, how long of a walk would you say to like Fira? 8 to 10 minutes walk. And we grabbed a Euro, and then we came back here and changed because we had a reservation at a Moody Bay Fish Tavern, which is all the way in Ia. So Ia is like at the tip of the island, and when you look at Pinterest pictures or pictures of Instagram and you see Santorini, it's probably the town of Ia. Ia is the most like famous town, also the most expensive. We came to find out Santorini super expensive, but I mean we knew that going into it, but we wanted to stay in Fira for one, better price, two, more central location. But we went to Ia last night and we took the public bus, and the public bus is a steal, €2 per person one way, and it's about a 20-25 minute drive. And they're nice buses. They're literally like charter buses, air conditioned, nice seats. So it's not like you're taking like a city bus or anything. So we took the bus. That was a bit of, the bus system is kind of like, you just gotta show up to the bus stop, and then not a lot of signs pointing you where to go. You just kind of have to ask around and be like, is this bus going to Ia? Odds are it is, because again, Ia is very popular. Hopped on the bus and got on the bus, went to Ia. We got there a couple hours before our reservation so we could walk around. Like I said, Ia is very popular, and therefore Ia is very busy. Like, we're not even here during peak season. We are here September 9th is today, and it was still pretty crowded. They're very near our streets. There was tours going on, crowds of people, and everyone's trying to get the Instagram photo. Like literally, it's like people are lined up to get a photo, like almost like Disney World or something. So yeah, kind of crazy and hectic, but we dove out of the crowds, had a glass of wine overlooking beautiful views, did that, then we kept walking around, and then we walked down to Moody Bay. So Moody Bay, Santorini is all like a cliff basically, and you're at the top. And we walked all the way down to the, what do I want to say, to the bay. And that was about 300 steps going down. And down there is really cool. It's like right on the water. And we went to the Moody Bay Fish Tavern, which is a very famous restaurant. And we had spectacular views. So we had a reservation at 7 o'clock, and I highly recommend this because this is when sunset is gonna start. And all of the catamarans were like coming into where we were basically, because that was like the best views of the sunset. So we watched all the boats come in. They had amazing fish. Again, very expensive, very high prices. So we kind of went for the more frugal route. So we got a couple appetizers and then had a seafood pasta so we could get a little bit taste of the seafood. But it was super good, really good service. And then we walked up the 300 steps. So we had a little bit of a workout. You could get a taxi, but a taxi from Ia to Fira is €40. And we were just gonna take the bus back, and it's really not that bad going up, but again, if you don't like working out, it was a bit of a hike, you know, but it was nice. We went back up, got on the bus, came back here, and went to bed. So yeah, that's kind of our recap of yesterday. And then today we're gonna go walk to the town of Fira and really explore that. Come back here and maybe do the pool, but we gotta be ready by 4 o'clock for our wine tour. It's gonna pick us up here. So yeah, we're all ready to go. So that's enough chit chat about what we did yesterday. Let's go to Fira. I wanted to show you a little bit of our walk from our hotel to downtown Fira in case you were interested in staying at the same hotel. Like I said earlier, it's a short walk, but if you prefer being right in the action of Fira, just keep in mind this hotel may not be for you. But if you like a little more peace and quiet, then Astro Palace is perfect because you're just a short walk away from Fira, but also away from the crowds and have more peace and quiet. Now, once you see Hotel Atlantis, you will have arrived downtown Fira, and it's insane views. That was honestly the crazy part about Santorini. You had this incredible view everywhere you went. Our plan this morning was just to walk around and explore. It was nice walking around early morning because the streets weren't too busy. Definitely midday, we'd notice the streets would be packed because of all the cruise people would come in, so just keep that in mind. Then after a bit of walking around, we grabbed some lunch and then headed back to the hotel. After our time in Fira and having lunch, we came back to our room, sat in our pool/hot tub. It felt really refreshing today because it's not too hot. So we just sat out there. I read my book. I honestly fell asleep in there. It was so relaxing. And then we showered and got ready, and now we're all ready for the wine tour, and they're about to pick us up in like 5 minutes. So we got to get to the front of the hotel so that they can come pick us up. We did notice that with like all the tours that we booked, they all pick you up at your hotel. It's like included, which is super nice. So yeah, we're about to go try some Santorini wine. Josh and I are more red wine drinkers, and I know Santorini is more for white wine. So we're gonna give that a go today and see how we like that. But yeah, I think we visit 3 wine tours, and then the last one overlooks the Santorini sunset. So super excited. Let's go drink some wine. We booked this wine tour with Santorini Wine Adventure Tours. The first place on our stop was a vineyard, which I bet you're looking at this video and thinking, that is not a vineyard. Yeah, we had the same thoughts. So because Santorini soil is volcanic, they have to grow the grapes low to the ground like this in this bush-looking thing that they called baskets. It was so bizarre to us because we are so used to seeing grapes that grow like standing up on a branch, right? But this is how they have to grow it here on the island. After that, we went to our first winery. So at each winery, we had about 3 to 4 tastings of their wine, again, mostly whites, and we would also get some finger foods with our wine, which was really nice. Our tour guide would explain all the wine to us before drinking it as well. Our second winery was probably my favorite because it was nearly 300 years old. Like, that is older than the United States, which is just wild. And at this winery, they still had like the area where the workers would step on the grapes to squeeze the juice out. Yeah, fun fact, if you didn't know, that's actually how they used to make wine like centuries ago. And I'm a really big fan of history, so seeing like an original winery like this and where they used to like stomp on the grapes was beyond cool. Then we came to our last winery for the evening. Now this winery had the most incredible views I have ever seen. My camera could definitely not capture how truly stunning this view was. It was the perfect way to end the tour. All right, we are back from the wine tour. It is 8:45 and we got picked up at 4. So it was a pretty long tour. We went to 3 different wineries, as you saw, had I think either 4 to 5 glasses or 4 to 5 tastings at each winery. And yeah, it was an awesome experience. Very different than the one in Verona that we did, because the one in Verona ended up just being like a private tour because no one else had booked. So it was just Josh and I. But this tour we had 3 other groups with us. And you know, at first you're like, oh, like, you know, you always think private tours are better. But by the end of it, we were like best friends with all these people. It was so cool. One couple was from Australia, one was from Greece, and then the other was from Wisconsin/California, so other US citizens. So it was really cool, and we just like all really connected, and it's really fun to like do group tours like that and like kind of get to talk to other people from different parts of the world. And yeah, it was a really, really great experience. Highly recommend. That last spot with that sunset view, stunning, literally so stunning. Yeah, great time. Would highly, highly recommend that tour. Super good. I think Josh and I still are fans of red wine, not so much white, but it was still a really good wine. Really great time. And yeah, I really don't know what we're going to do next, because tomorrow we have the Catamaran tour, which we get picked up at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So we got kind of an early morning. But maybe we'll go out for another drink because, you know, we're having that kind of night. But yeah, it was super fun. I'll have that whole tour linked down below. And I'm trying to think if there's like any other things I want to tell you guys, but I don't think so. I think that was kind of the gist of it. Good experience, and yeah, really, really fun night, and kind of made me like love, you know, traveling. You know, like that's like one of the things you love about traveling is meeting other people, not only from where you're traveling to, like, but also people who are traveling there and where they're from, and like it just shows you again like how we're all, you know, the same, we're all connected in a way. And yeah, it was super, super great experience. So we're gonna maybe do something else, maybe get another drink, maybe go downtown Fira. I have no idea. We'll see where the day takes us. But tomorrow we have Catamaran tour, and then I'm pretty sure we have a dinner reservation in Fira. So if we go to bed now, I will see you guys in the morning. But if not, I'll take you wherever we go. But that's the plan next. So Josh and I decided we had to end the night with a glass of red wine, so we went back into town. There's definitely a good nightlife here in Fira, just in case you were wondering. We had a nice glass of wine and then went back to our hotel. The next morning was our catamaran cruise. So just like the wine tour, the cruise picked us up at our hotel, which was so nice. We booked our catamaran cruise with Vista Yachting. We picked up the rest of our people in our group, and then we drove down to the marina and boarded our boat. So on this cruise, we sailed to several spots along the island. Some we were able to swim at, and others like the red beach we just viewed from a distance. Like I said earlier, I love history, and one of the crew members would actually come by and share fun facts about the island with us, which I loved. One I found particularly interesting was why the buildings are all white. And he told us that that was because back in the day, they thought that would help stop the plague. So the people believed that painting their homes white would be like antibacterial, which I thought was very interesting. Overall, this cruise was incredible. We had bottomless white wine and beer. Lunch was provided to us, which was so good. Like seriously, so good. But honestly, the best part of the cruise was the crew. They were truly the nicest people ever. They were always checking in on us and asking if we needed anything, and they would even go out in the water and swim with us, which was so fun. Honestly, 11 out of 10 would recommend booking your catamaran cruise with Vista Yachting. Hello everyone, it is the next day. So after that amazing catamaran ride, we came back to the hotel and we absolutely passed out for like 2 hours. Took a really good nap, then woke up and we're like, oh my gosh, we have a dinner reservation at 7. So we went back into the town of Fira. Dinner was good, nothing blew me away, but I really wanted to make a reservation somewhere so that way I knew I had a guaranteed like sunset spot to watch the sunset. And honestly, that restaurant, all the restaurants have amazing views of the sunset, so we got to watch the sunset. But being here in Santorini, I kind of realized you don't really need a reservation, even if you want to make sure you get that one table that overlooks the sunset. There are so many restaurants and I think a lot of opportunities just to kind of walk up and get a table for sunset. So that was yesterday, and then we came back and just went to bed, kind of had an early night. And this morning, we don't really have anything scheduled today, so I think our plan now is to go and attempt the hike from Fira to Ia. It's about a 3-hour hike. I don't know if we'll do the whole thing. We'll see, once we get started, how we're liking it, or maybe we'll just turn around. I don't know, but that's what's on the agenda next. And then maybe renting a scooter and driving around the island. So that's what's going on today. It's our last day in Santorini, so we gotta soak it all in before we head to Athens tomorrow. So let's go on this hike. So right now we're walking through the town of Fira, but Josh, what'd you put in your Google Maps?
I literally just Google Maps Fira to Ia walk.
And it's hopefully taking us to the starting point.
Yeah.
But we're still in the town right now.
Yeah, we're walking to the outskirts of Fira, which hopefully there'll be a sign that says this is the starting point.
Arrow pointed this way to
But
Ia.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we'll let you know what we find. But yeah, now we're just walking in this kind of back alley.
Yeah.
Well, about 45 minutes to an hour into the hike, we decided to quit and turn around. And instead, we went shopping and got some stuff. And the hike is beautiful. We just decided we wanted to do something else. So we went back, turned around, and we just rented an ATV. And we're going to drive around the island, maybe go to the beaches, maybe an overlook point. I don't know. We'll just see where the day takes us. It was €50 to rent the ATV?
Yeah.
€50. We did try to rent the moped, but they said you need a motorcycle license, which we've rented mopeds in Europe before. And have they asked that before?
Nope.
Yeah. So I don't know. So our only option was the ATV, but that's kind of the thing to do here, I guess, because you can't really rent mopeds. So we're going to rent the ATV. We're going to do a quick change, get some lunch. And yeah, I mean, I still would recommend the hike from Fira to Ia. We just weren't feeling it. Beautiful, gorgeous views though. So it was nice to at least walk for about an hour and then turn around. But yeah, I'm excited about the ATV. I'm excited about some of the things we bought. I'll have to show you that later. But yeah, let's go change, get ready, get on the ATV, and let's go get some lunch. Well, we drove around for a little bit, mostly trying to find a parking spot. Finally found one. You might be wondering, oh, where are you guys going to eat? You're gonna go to Euro, you're gonna go get some seafood. And while those are all great options, we have decided to go to a very special place. You can see it? McDonald's. I swear, every time I go to Europe, I end up getting McDonald's at some point, and I think it's just because you need a little taste of home, right? Let me know if you agree in the comments. Once we had our lunch, we decided to drive to the Black Sand Beach. I feel like a lot of people don't really think about the beaches when they're in Santorini, but they are honestly really nice. I would highly recommend coming to one and hanging out at the beach clubs down here for the afternoon. We didn't do a beach club in Santorini, but we did do one in Paros, and it was so lovely and relaxing. Now, after visiting the Black Sand Beach, we decided to drive to the Prophet Elias Monastery. Now, I had never heard of this place before, but our tour guide on our wine tour highly recommended it to us, and I am so glad she did. You basically drive to the highest viewpoint of Santorini and can see the entire island from up here. It was one of those times where the camera just cannot capture how truly beautiful the view was. We just hung out here for a while and just took in those insanely beautiful views. After our ATV ride, we came back here to our hotel. We grabbed some drinks from the hotel bar, and then we just sat in our lovely jacuzzi tub here and just looked out and enjoyed the views and just relaxed. It was so nice. But now we're getting ready to go out for dinner, and I think we're gonna go on a trend of like not having Greek food today. So this morning we had breakfast at the hotel, then we had McDonald's for lunch, and now we're gonna have Italian for dinner. I really want like just a bowl of pasta. Honestly, sounds so good. And I looked up the #1 rated restaurant in Fira here for Italian food, booked us a little reservation, so we're gonna go drop off the ATV and then go to dinner. And yeah, I think tonight we'll just have dinner, and then we do want to come back here and like use our jacuzzi one last time. So I think that's the plan for tonight. And then tomorrow we leave for Athens. I can't believe it, but the vlog is not done here. We still have to share our 3 favorite things of our Santorini trip. So we'll do that after dinner, and I'll fill you guys in. I also have like a lot of stuff, like a lot of advice and notes I want to give you guys for Santorini, because yeah, we'll just talk about that later, but let's go eat right now. If there is one restaurant you go to in Santorini, it has to be this one. Now, it's not going to give you great views of the sea or sunset, but that does not matter. This meal was incredible. The best one we had on our entire trip, and maybe one of the best meals I've had in my entire life. Such good pasta, guys. Just go to this restaurant. It's time to wrap up the vlog and share with you our 3 favorite things we did in Santorini. So, do you say ladies first? I'll go first.
Ladies first.
Okay, so gosh, we were here for 4 days, which is the longest we've been in a place on this trip. I would say Catamaran cruise, super fun, love that. We had a lot of fun on the Sunset Wine Tour as well, and that last place we ended with the sunset there, so good, incredible. And then, honestly, I kind of liked renting the ATV today, and especially driving up to the top and seeing Santorini from above. Like, that was really, really cool. Mm-hmm. And honorable mention, that meal we just had, so good.
It was really good.
So good.
The truffle was real good.
Yeah, Josh like scarfed his down.
I did.
Yeah. But what was your 3 favorite of Santorini?
I've never been on a catamaran before, so that's probably gonna be my number one. And then I would highly recommend doing any type of tour in a group setting. Honestly, I mean the wine tour was great. We're not big wine drinkers.
White wine.
Yeah, white.
We are big
We're
wine
big wine
drinkers.
drinkers. We're not big white. Yeah, see.
Yeah, what did we just go get from the hotel bar?
We just went and got some red wine.
Yeah.
but
we're not. Yeah.
The atmosphere, like talking to all the other people.
Yeah.
Like we met people from Australia. We met. Yeah, so it was really cool just to talk with everybody there.
That was fun.
Get a little tipsy. And then third would probably be the sunsets. The sunsets here are unbeatable.
They are.
I mean, every night you get that picture perfect sunset. Everybody's lining up against the street wherever you are, trying to get a good picture of the sunset. You really can't beat it.
It's probably the best sunset I've ever seen.
I will say, I mean, anywhere on the island you can probably get a good sunset view. Personally, I think Ia had the best sunset view, but that's just me.
Yeah, but you really can't beat any of them. But yeah, if you're just being really specific, Ia probably the best. I did want to share a couple of advice and just thoughts I've had being here, just because we've been here for so long. And I will say, like, let's start with the hotel. I love our hotel. Super nice. They've been treating us like celebrities. I mean, like, just what do you need? Like, they even came up to us today. They're like, oh, we know you leave tomorrow. Do you need us to help you arrange a taxi? And they're like, oh, yeah, I got it all set for you. So they've been super amazing. But we are a 5-minute walk from, like, the main hub of Fira. And so you don't get that cliff view. Like, if you go on Pinterest and you Google Santorini, you're going to get this, like, cliff view. And we're just a little bit outside that. And it's really just, like, you have to just decide, like, what you want. Because, like, it's obviously going to be more expensive the closer you are to those cliff views. And we have an amazing room. We have a suite, basically. We have a patio, our own jacuzzi tub. Again, the staff has been amazing here. Like, there's nothing absolutely wrong with this hotel. It's just, do we wish we had a different location, maybe? Maybe. But also, if you're in the heart of Fira, you're going to be, like, in all the hustle and bustle. So it's very nice and quiet here. And so I don't know. You just have to, like, kind of weigh your pros and cons, and also, like, what your budget allows and all of that. But I did want to make a note of that.
Well, I will say, if you're going for that picturesque position, when we did the walk from Fira to Ia, that town that is, like, in the middle.
I know. I'll put the name at the bottom because I can't remember what it's called. But
that, I mean, you could get a good location with that, you know, that nice sheer drop off, all the white buildings, maybe even have your own pool. Maybe. I still think it'll be expensive. It'll probably be a little more expensive.
But it'll be quieter over there for sure. But you'll probably need to rent a car to get to other places.
I don't know. I just thought that location was pretty cool.
It was really pretty. Ia was extremely busy. I think it's just been, like, the place to go. So we only went there once because it was so shoulder to shoulder. And I will say, speaking of shoulder to shoulder, during midday, stay out of town because it's all the cruise people are there, and it's just not that enjoyable. It's hot, and try and go early in the morning or at dinner time. When we're there at dinner, it's not bad.
No.
With the crowds.
No. It's manageable, but I mean, there are a lot of people during the day. They're coming off the cruises. They're only going to be they're going to be right by the cable cars because that's where they get dropped off. And so I would just avoid the places where the cruises are dropping off their people. Yeah. Then you'll be good.
Yeah. And then I think the other piece of advice, like Josh said, I think you already said this, do a tour. Do the catamaran, do a wine tour, do a tour of the island. There was people on the hike today who were having tour guides with them on their hikes and, like, pointing stuff out. The history, there's a lot of history here, and I think that's just, like, well worth it.
Oh, I will say this. Question for you guys. I don't really know the true answer, but why are all the buildings white?
Oh, I probably will have already told them by now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But if you remember why they were white, because I probably told you earlier in this video in a voiceover, drop it down in the comments. See if you remember. Be a little test. Yeah. Well, do you want to just say it just because in case you missed it? Well, you don't remember.
I forget why.
It was, or one of the reasons was they thought it would stop the plague. they thought it was like antibacterial if they painted their houses white.
Yeah, I thought it had something to do with the clay and the way that they built their.
Wait, that's what the guy said on the Catamaran.
Is that?
Yeah, I like how you asked that question, but you're like, I don't know the answer. Wait, there was one more thing I wanted to say about Santorini. What was it? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Oh, maybe just keep in mind, because like, again, when you Google it, when you look on Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you're going to see the whitewashed buildings, the amazing sunsets, the amazing views. But as you've seen in this video, keep in mind what the rest of the island looks like outside of that, just so that you're not like, you're just like mentally prepared, I guess. Because like, I didn't like realize what the islands would really look like besides
What do you mean?
the towns. Like, when you're just driving around, it's just pretty barren, and
Oh yeah.
you know, it can be a little dirty. I'm not saying like everywhere's perfect, but that kind of just threw me off a little bit. I don't know. I just was, you know, you hear of Santorini, this #1 destination to visit, and then you're driving around, you're like, oh, it's just, the landscape's just different than what I thought it would be.
I mean, when we first showed up, it's kind of funny. When we first showed up and we were driving through the middle of the island,
Yeah.
I mean, they make a lot of wine here, but the way that they make their wine,
Yeah,
the,
they'll have seen that on the wine tour.
the tree is down low,
Right.
and it looks brown.
Yeah.
So, and they're not in straight lines, so it looks like it's just all over the place, scattered.
Yeah.
So you would think it's not
anything,
but
Yeah.
it
It's
actually is
something.
something.
Yeah, but I think that's probably the biggest advice. And lastly, how many days do you think you would need here minimum? 3?
3.
3. Yeah, we were here for 4, which was nice. We've had like a lot of relaxing time, but probably 3 men. And that might help too if you're deciding on where to stay. If you do one less night, maybe you can, you know, stay at a different place, maybe closer to town. I thought Fura was an excellent location. Really nice to go anywhere because you're right in the middle. But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts and our views on Santorini. Oh, we've been talking for a while.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah, we had a really
Yeah.
great time here, but just so you're aware, advice, tips, tricks, all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. If you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. If you made it to the end of the video, drop a donkey emoji if there is one. If not, a horse will do. So that way I know you made it to the end. And don't forget to subscribe, because tomorrow we leave for Athens. It's our last stop on the honeymoon, and we'll have a whole vlog on Athens. So we will see you guys in Athens. Bye.
You cut me loose and set me free. You make me